OBS turned on.
Right, yep.
Streaming.
It says we are now going live. Cool. So, yeah, different format this week, isn't it? So it's 2 flying laps only for qualifying.
Yeah, this is going to be, is it self-policed, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, we can keep an eye on it just to make sure. But yeah, two flyers only.
Well, I got myself set on Geordie at the moment, so he's just on his outlap.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump forward to the young student that has got himself out on track early. Good evening, Belle. Can you hear us all right? Oh, there's young Jackson as well. So
Jackson's here, hello.
HSV has got a fan in the lobby. Steam Nangs. G'day, g'day. So GT4 was not your bag, baby.
Alright. So Geordie's just coming onto the straight now.
Let's we watch this in camera set 2. Let's see what the young lad's got for us. It's actually, yeah, Geordie. How come Geordie registered a time? So he was the first out on track then?
He must have been, yeah.
That's weird, yeah. It's, oh, unless it's actually just flicking
This is
up their
outlap,
out
yeah.
laps. So let's see what we've got. Who else is in here? Yeah, Jackson's bigging his boy up.
Yeah, we got the pit reporter as well. We got Ethan, or Freshy's in here, yeah. Safety car, keeping us all safe out there.
Loud and clear. Thank you very much, Bell. How's Dean going into tonight? Is he feeling confident? Seen there's been a bit of banter going on.
Steam doesn't have the DLC, getcha.
Yes. So what has HSV got on his first of 2 flyers only? So it's basically like Super Pole we're running for this weekend. So we've got a short. We've actually got 3 races tonight. The middle race doesn't actually count for anything, and the third race is actually reverse grid. So we'll see if the boys have come up with a format to actually get this done. Should be interesting. Or it could be a complete disaster.
John's just about to cross his line for his first fly, and he goes a 151 1 on his first lap, which is fantastic.
That is, actually. So, yeah, judging by that, we are going to be in the 150s for this. And I sort of hazarded a guess that you're looking sort of 10 to 12 seconds off of your GT3 times, you know, because it's a slightly longer lap.
Geordie was hyping John up for doing a 149, so
Really?
in the chat earlier, so this will be interesting. I don't think John, he could get close, but I don't think he'll get there tonight.
Yeah, so Skill's on a 52.3 at the moment. We've got Albert on a 52.4. Branchy on a 52.6. Yeah, so HSV at the moment is actually 2 seconds off the pace. So yeah, Fresh has just come back, and he's obviously listening to the same as you are, Glenn, and
Yeah, there's no
it's
one
very
talking.
quiet. So yeah, looks like it's big business tonight.
So John's coming on as to the last 2 corners for his last lap.
Right, okay, so let's see where John is. Right, so HSV does improve by a whole second, but it still leaves him nearly a whole second off. What's Johnny Boy got?
He's not going to improve, I don't think. Oh, no, not quite.
No. Interesting. Right, so who... Right, Albert. I'll just jump in with him because we know he does like to leave it late. He's 1.2 seconds up. 1.4.
He's on a quick one.
He's in the tow as well. What's he got? What's he got? 151, 108. Was that not... Hold on a minute.
Oh, that's close. Holy. He's
6
he's going to be
thousandths. I knew it
spewing.
sounded close. God, look at that. Awesome stuff. Right, so the BM looks like
Hey,
the
Para.
strong one for tonight. Good stuff.
Oh,
Right.
he's in P8, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't notice that actually. Yeah, no, well done. Well, I mean, obviously that does shake up the grid quite significantly. You know, just basically super pole. You know, 1 out lap, 2 flyers. That's it, done, dusted. So yeah, no, that's different. I mean, the front 4 normally are there or thereabouts up the front. But the midfield is like a proper mixed bag. Barda's down in 9th. I don't think he can hook up a massive single lap in the Camaro, but he seems to be able to hold it reasonably steady through the race. So I'd
What
expect
time
to
did he
see
do?
him coming up.
He did go faster and then practice, actually.
Yeah, so he was 2.9 off. So I mean, it was actually a 54 flat that he put in.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have the rolling chicane in front of him, so that will be interesting to begin with.
Yeah, let's see what the old dog has got for us tonight, eh? Yeah, this could be interesting. So I believe that yeah, there we go. So yeah, it is short gaps in between the sessions. I think that's what we tried to do to make sure that we don't overrun a great deal.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, Belle's just confirmed what you were saying, and she was saying that Bardas has been putting in significantly faster laps than what he currently showed in quali.
30 seconds.
I think Geordie just said he's taken quite a bit of fuel, 43 litres, so that's quite a bit for a 20-minute race in a GT4, but see how he goes with that. Doesn't
Yeah,
want to run out.
yeah, actually, yeah, I haven't raced GT4s for ages, so yeah, I wouldn't have a clue what their fuel usage is like. I would have thought something like 2 litres a lap or
Yeah, something like that.
something like
Sounds
that.
about right.
So, are we going to see any shenanigans at the start of this one? Obviously, the as they finish this race, yeah, that is how they finish. But then there's the fun race is what decides the starting grid for race 3, I think it is. I should have pulled it up just to make sure it was clear in my mind. Let's have a look.
Oh, I'm going to put myself on Barters for the race start because I think, you know, he's sandbagged a bit at the start, so we'll see if he can work his way through the field.
Yeah. Right, reverse grid. Okay.
He wants to see what it's like to have. Yeah, I think he's going to end up in some shenanigans, Bell, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. Well, I'm on Albert at the moment. I'll probably try and chuck it back to Skill. Skill does normally get a decent start anyway, but I've got to wait until we get the drive sequence initiated message up on the screen. But yeah, no, this should be a fun evening.
It sounds like the Geordie's already lost on track. He's everyone's telling him where he's got to be.
Oh my dear God.
Because there must have been no indication of where they have to be, is it? It's just they drive around for fun, and then the race starts when the first car crosses the line or something. Is that how it works?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Because you don't, I mean, the way we've done it now, you don't have your actual boxes. It's literally just a green light. I think they've got to hold a certain speed, but there's nothing telling you if you're forward of your box, if you're at the tail of your box, or anything.
That is a shit talking, Geordie.
Right, so what's going on here? Why is Albert in front of John?
It's a safety car starting race 2 and 3. Okay.
Maybe John's trying to make sure that Albert has a penalty.
Yeah, well, he's out in front.
Come on, give me the nod to tell me that.
Yeah, got a little bit to go before race start.
Nice and colourful out there. I do like these camera views actually. It is pretty decent.
Albert's playing mind games on John.
Yeah, I think so.
I think John's trying to back Albert up a bit, but Albert's messing with him. Hey, Wilco,
Here we
how are you,
go.
buddy?
Come on.
Green light.
There we go. That's a good start. We're off to racing. Geordie's on 3 wide on... Oh, 3 wide! Did the turn one.
Oh, who's that round the outside? Oh, kisses HSV. That's Brian. Is that Brian in the Porsche?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Up in the P4.
Well, he's giving HSV a bit of a headache.
Well, he's got back. HSV's got back past Brian, but Geordie's right behind him.
So yeah, I'm on skill at the moment. So, oh, that's Brian's off wide.
It's off, yeah.
So we're coming to Yeah, so we've got a group of 4 up front. Albert is not giving John any breathing space whatsoever. Skill is probably quite happy to sit back there rubbing his grubby mitts, expecting there to be some fallout.
Geordie is actually defending very well from Millsy at the moment.
So, end of lap 1. We've got John out front, Albert in second, Skill in third, HSV in fourth, George in fifth. Oh no, George is sixth. It looks as if him and Brian are having a bit of a scrap at the moment. What's happened? What's happened? Why is it bouncing about all over the place? Let's jump back there so I can see what's going on.
Geordie's been attacked by Millsy and Branchy at the moment.
So Millsy is playing the part of Pink Panther tonight. That is very pink. Whoa, who was that? So that was Branchy, all kinds of sideways and across the kitty litter. Whoa, who was that in a Macca?
Bouncing everywhere. Branchy.
So these GT4s are looking like a good laugh for the boys. Yeah, even Bell's cheering on Geordie.
Yeah, go Geordie, hey Bell.
He's doing
Hey
all right.
Joel, how are you tonight, mate? Ooh,
Right, Millsy's going for it. Has he got the run on him? He has.
Oh, look at how fast that BMW is in a straight line.
Yeah, that's scary quick, isn't it? George, just take your normal lines. Don't get phased when people are showing themselves in your mirrors. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, as soon as that BM opens up, that Mercedes hasn't got anything to even stay in the tow.
He's losing like a tenth on the straights at the moment.
That's mental. Keep it on the track, George. Good effort. Good effort, old boy. Right, so what's going on further down? I can see Tabasco in the Porsche is... Let's just go in helicopter cam, I think, just for now. Just so we can see a little bit.
On the back of Branchy.
I tell you what, Javier's hanging on to the back of these boys. Only takes a slight moment, and there's a number of positions that can be made up.
Oh no, Geordie's backing up to the field now, so...
So George is becoming the cork in the bottle, is he?
Yeah, they're all within a second of him now.
Yeah, so Wilco says, yeah, the BMW is OP, confirmed.
Geordie's defending is fantastic at the moment.
It's got the speed, but she's not very agile from what I remember. Oh my, Tabasco was trying to launch himself across the sausages. We know that porkers don't like sausages.
Geordie's lost a few positions now.
Has he? All right,
yeah,
let's...
He's gotten...
He's been swallowed up, has he?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so he's now in the clutches of Branchy. Is that Branchy? Aussie Thunder, is it? I can't...
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, big accident.
Who killed Barders there? That was Madiford, wasn't it?
Branchy just killed.
Oh, Branchy. Okay.
Yeah, Barders just...
Madiford's in the Macca.
Barders just Bottas, Branchy.
So there's some expletives coming through the pit radio, was there?
No, I don't. There was no yelling. I think Bardis sort of realised it was a bit of his fault as well.
Right, so where's our battles at the moment? I'll tell you what, John's running away at the front at the moment.
Oh, Branchy's dead on the corner there.
So this battle still remains pretty close. So Aussie Thunder trying to give George a headache now. And I think, yeah, George might be backing it up a little bit because Tabasco is now recovering and he is now going to be part of this scrap.
Also got skill catching up to Albert as well at the moment. Within a second.
Within a second, let's jump further up then. I was trying to watch Aussie for a short while to see how he deals with George, the rolling chicane. So yeah, Fresh, yeah, a bit of how's your father in the mid pack. Yeah, no, dead right, Wilco. Yeah, it makes your defence a lot easier, but yeah, I suppose if you've got someone that's pretty cluey and can get it all done in the twisties. Right, George lost out there through the chicane. So Aussie moves up to 8th. Geordie down to 9th from being in 5th on lap 1. But let's be fair about this. At the moment, Isuzu Brian is sat in 5th position. So the last couple of races that I've seen with the young man, he is actually start to show what he is capable of.
Gill doesn't want to battle Albert again. He was 3/10 up, but he just lost it through the little chicane then.
So Wilco's actually saying that the porker's still in the repair shop after the last race with Albert. Yes, he did try to shorten it somewhat. He turned the Porsche into a Beetle.
He did the old deliberate punt.
I do like this track, I must admit.
Yeah, it's a good track, this one. Painful memories for you, though.
Yeah, we had the DC here, you know, as we were trying to eat our way back through the pack. We found ourselves in a decent position in the rain, and I went out in the car, and there were all kinds of network issues, and I was getting punted when the rest of the field couldn't even see the car after a tremendous double stint from Gallo.
It's heartbreaking when that shit happens.
It is. So Tabasco is on the back of George now. And Javier still isn't letting it slip yet. He's holding it in there, or hanging in there, sorry, pretty decently.
Aussie Thunder's not getting away from Geordie either, is he?
No, I mean, you know, the legs of that Beamer are, you know, pretty strong. So all he's got to do is, you know, if he's knocking out a couple of clean laps, George isn't going to drop off, because that That Beamer is very strong. Next week's GT3 race, Wilco, is... I haven't made me thing yet, but the GT3 race next week is at none other than Spa. So it'll be a decent one. Lovely track.
Favourite,
Oh, yeah, sorry, Bell. I'll just jump up there now. So Skill is climbing all over the back of Albert.
Looks like there's been a position change. We missed it.
Good evening, Voodoo. How we doing, mate? Young Cam is here. Yes, 1 hour race, Wilco.
You in for a race, mate?
On a Sunday. Just means you can't go on an all-day bender. Although John does manage it pretty much nearly every Sunday.
Albert's got back in front of Skill, by the looks of it.
Yeah, so I think these two, while they're scrapping, it is just letting John pull away at the front. So watch out in the last corner. So yeah, I don't think Skill actually got the job done, but they were alongside Glenn.
I see, because it came up as they were position changed.
Oh, Skill struggled keeping the Audi on the track then.
It's hard to get this thing passing under brake. We hit the curb a bit there.
Yeah, that unsettled the car somewhat, and he was sliding towards the kitty litter there. So, right, what other battles have we got going on at the moment? So Geordie is still... He's still trying to scrap his way back with Aussie.
He has to.
So we've got a lot of people in no man's land here. So HSV's in no man's land. Isuzu Bryan's in no man's land. Aussie Thunder, well, in front of him he's in no man's land, and he's got an angry OAP in his mirrors. We've got Tabasco is just ahead of Mayo. Barders is in no man's land, as is Branchy. So yeah, this is oh, there's Tabasco. Looked like he was coming around that corner all kinds of sideways.
John was saying there's some lagging issues. Oh, there is a little bit actually.
Lag. Let's jump up with John and we'll see if he starts to jitter at all.
I can see it with Tabasco and Mayo at the moment. A couple of corners, it just sort of jits a bit.
Right, okay. Yeah, I can't see anyone's ping mucking around. I don't know if possibly the spectator slots have been altered. It should always just be on 2. Geordie's got the job done. I've just missed it. I'll see if I could jump back in the replay to watch that. But yeah, Geordie has got an overtake done in anger.
It's in turn 1.
So he looks as if he's settled his nerves and now he's finding a bit of pace. So John looks as if his lead is actually starting to come down. I don't know if that's because he's relaxing or if Albert and Skill have actually found a bit of pace now and they're able to keep on churning the laps out.
His last lap was a 1:52.2. And Albert's last lap was a 1:51.9. So they're doing about 4/10 faster than him at the moment.
Right, okay.
John's PB race pace is 1:50.5.
That's some pace, race pace. It's got to be said.
Race pace.
Right, so I'm going to jump forward with Madderford because Madderford has closed down the Pink Panther. So let's see what the lad has got. God, that's got some legs on it. What a run! Nice and steady into T1. Or, well, they call it T2 actually. They call that little kink on the straight T1. But yeah, I think this is only a matter of time. I think Madderford will get this done.
Wilco, Geordie's PC is a bit playing up a bit at the moment, and he can't be bothered fixing it. So that's why he's in the PS4 land.
Really? Oh, I'll have to have a word with him, find out what's going on.
Something to do with blue screen or something to do with iRacing, I'm not sure.
I'll see if I can help him out. But I tell you what, this is a corking battle between these two, Madderford and Millsy at the moment. And we know that Millsy does like a good scrap, and he can keep the scrap going for lap after lap.
I'm watching Mayo, Tabasco trying to overtake Mayo at the moment. John's blaming the double shifts on a slow pace.
Right, okay. So what's that, Wilco? You can't actually adjust the brake bias on the Macca. That seems a bit bizarre.
Yeah, no, you can't. I remember that actually. You can't. It's 50-50, is it, Wilco?
See, yeah. From what he's saying, it sounds as if it is pretty towards the rear, and it can make it pretty good fun. He's got the run on him again. He's going to try around the outside this time. Millsy's a wily old driver, though. He's managed to hold him off for a good couple of laps now in exactly the same manner, the same corners. Madderford is not giving up on this one. So anyway, we haven't spent any time with John. Let's watch him on his final lap, or in fact his final sector. Commanding performance, 5 seconds out front. We've got Albert still behind him, Skill still in third, HSV still in fourth, Brian still in fifth. We haven't seen many overtakes within the top 5 or 6. All of the battles have been in the mid-pack.
Stream needs to have a think about driver of the day as well. Can't forget that.
Yeah, obviously we've got 3 races though, so you've got plenty of time to make your mind up. Well done, John. He takes race 1. Albert second. Skill third. HSV not that far behind in fourth. Well done, kid. Young Brian. He's just coming down to the line now. Very respectable, mate. Nice fifth there. Points on the board. Followed by the Pink Panther, aka Millsy. Madderford not far behind him at all. Here's Geordie just crossing the line.
Bardis is making a late move on
Geordie let Aussie cross the line ahead of him. I don't know if that was... Did they have some kind of altercation in the race? Did Geordie feel that he needed to let him through?
I think he did. He's saying that it's something about like that. John saying Geordie doing Geordie.
No, fair enough. If Geordie felt that he did do something wrong and he has let Aussie have that across the line, fair play to the old boy. Fair play. So yeah, Voodoo is like, try the Maserati. Yeah. Well, and as Bell said, yeah, Skill did spend quite a bit of time in the Maserati in the off season, and it was hilarious to watch. All kinds of sideways, full on drift mode. So maybe I should make a snip of that while I can.
I posted a picture of that up on their Discord for the guys.
Oh, good on you, mate. Good on you. So, I mean, for a GT4 race, we did have, at one stage, we had 13 people tuned in. That's pretty good. The chat is nice and healthy, which is what we like to see. So, tell me, Jackson, if you're still here watching, have you managed to get yourself a wheel yet? Will we be seeing you make an appearance?
Know someone who's got one for sale. Hey Bob, wink wink.
My old rig and wheel have just departed the building. The
I see
wheel,
you got rid of it, eh?
yeah, the wheel departed this evening. The old rig departed Friday evening. So next out the door will be the CSL Elite. Because
Well,
I've got to fund these upgrades somehow. So we go into race 2 now. Now it is for a bit of fun. However, this will determine the reverse grid order for race 3. So
did they do another qualifying?
I don't
Or
know
was it just
if it's yeah. I mean, I haven't been involved in the Friday night shenanigans where they decide this, but let's have a look. So race 1 is just the bog standard quali, 20-minute race, 40% points given for race number 1. So race number 2, this is what well, same reverse grid. Ah, right, okay. So reverse grid for race 2 of the standings from race 1. And then however that finishes determines a reverse grid for race 3. So
that's a
race
reverse grid of a reverse grid?
Yes, yes. So we like to flip this all over the place. But race 3 is actually worth 60% normal points. So your win will bag you 60 points for race 3. So as far as I'm aware, they should
Geordie's in the toilet and the grid's just changed. I can
oh
hear him
dear
breathing.
me.
He's running back to the rig.
Yes, if you jumped on now, Wilco, you would be on pole, but you wouldn't have been classified from the previous race, so
You'd be starting
unlucky.
from the pits, mate.
So HSV is not enjoying the Mercedes. Well, that was one of life's choices, my young friend.
Yeah, get good, mate. As they say in the industry.
So yeah, I think what Bell was trying to say was that was a rookie error to pick that car. So here we go. So Fresh is leading them away in the GT3. I don't know what's going on here. It won't let me change to anybody. So now they should be calling the order. And this is when it gets a bit manic because I can't catch up with them on the cameras to even know what is going on.
You can't go back to your drive screen now at the moment. I bet you can if you try. Can you?
I can drive, but I need to return to garage to be able to change the
See,
car.
I gotcha.
So currently, I am centered on Geordie.
John's telling everyone that they've been sandbagging when they're lining up. So it looks like they're in their final order now.
Is that right? So let's see if Bardas can have a clean race. Let's see how he manages this. Although I don't know if you really want to win this one, because then you are starting at the back for the big points race.
Wilco can't see what's going on, so he thinks Barter's in second, first, third.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, the timing screen doesn't know what to do at all. So, where are the boys? There's some big gaps out there. I don't know why they're... I don't know why they're so spaced out at the moment. So you can see Albert and John right at the tail.
Good. Bunch them up. Yeah, here it goes. Starting to bunch them up now.
I do like seeing the Aston in green.
Oh, really, Mr. British?
Right, so something's gone on here. Everyone's got the checkered flag, so I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if they...
on mine. It might just...
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I hope they have tested this format. If not, it's going to be a marker here. So Fresh has pulled the pace car up. Let's see what happens here.
George, you can't be braking there like that, mate. Yeah, Wilco, that's a possibility, mate. No, it's good, we're good.
Right, it's green.
Green.
Right, let's see what happens.
On a run here.
Oh, Brian has just hit Madaford. Oh no. Yeah, Skill and Brian were nose to tail, and it just flicked the porker off. So,
3 wide, unfortunately.
oh, bit of argy-bargy up front. Aussie Thunder and Tabasco. Tabasco is now in the kitty litter. Rejoins. Madaford had to roll out of that. So yeah, I think we're going to have lots of scraps further back here. So it's hard to know who to concentrate on at the moment. Skill's making a move on HSV. He's got that move done. He also... He's also jumped George in that same move. So Skill's making the run for it now. He's already on Aussie Thunder. Skill's a big mover. He's up on the back of Albert already. Oh! John thought that the best way to negotiate Geordie was to try and jump over him. It didn't pay off.
They're laughing at each other now.
So yeah, Skill is the big mover at the moment. He's on the back of Albert. God, no, this is going to be good. So end of lap 1, Branchy is holding a nice little lead over Barders. Barders has stretched the gap to Mayo to 3.4 seconds, who is now coming under attack from all kinds. The Pink Panther is trying to make a run on Mayo now. So Millsy is dragging Madderford along with him. So yeah, they're going to be jumping all over the back of Mayo very shortly. So yeah, Wilco's actually saying too many celebratory beers from race 1 for John, and he's still jumping around for joy. So yeah, he's jumping across the chicane with sheer delight.
I kind of feel like John might be sandbagging for the next race. You know, just sit it at the back so he starts
yeah,
P1.
I hope he doesn't. I mean, we have said that we would sort of have a look at sandbagging, and I don't know what we would do about it, but Madderford on Millsy. No, Millsy keeps hold of it.
Move on
Madderford.
Madderford, yeah. Oh no, can't quite get it made.
So how are the boys? How are the boys doing further back? So HSV hasn't actually managed to progress. He's still sat pretty far back there. He's on the back of Tabasco. And we've got Jody in behind HSV. John, unfortunately, is he's fallen off the back, but don't know what kind of issues that car might have after all that argy-bargy with Geordie. But all in good fun. Both drivers were laughing about it, as Glenn says.
So John, Albert's got the move made on Madderford. That BMW is just a ripper in the straight line.
Oh, he's just killed Mayo. Mayo took Madderford and Albert off with him in sympathy.
So who killed who?
So yeah, Albert killed Mayo, and then all 3 cars ended up going off into the kitty litter.
Shame.
So what do we call him? Albert the Great? Albert the Murderer? What's a valid name for Albert in this one? Killing one of our newcomers. This race does not count for anything. It is literally just to decide the starting grid for the main event, which is race 3. So Albert has, yeah, he's got the good long run on Tabasco there. Oh, it checked up a bit there. found out some news that the director of Spa has passed away. That's a shame, actually.
That's not good to hear.
So I would imagine that there'll be some memorial races coming up soon at Spa. Sad news. So Jackson, have you got yourself a wheel yet? So where shall I go? Viewers, you tell me where do you want to concentrate for the next lap or so? We've got Jody on the back of HSV. We've got John on the back of Jody. We've got Aussie Thunder on the back of John. We've got Madderford climbing over the back of Aussie. What do you want to see?
Hill just made a move on. Well, there's a big battle actually between Millsy and Skill at the moment.
Oh yeah.
That would be an in-car. In-car of that would be.
So on board lap with Barders. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see how he's having to work this wheel.
Car control for sure. Oh, we look forward to seeing you out on track, Jackson.
Oh, maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Be good to see you out there. So we'll do this complete lap with Barders. We'll see how he has to manhandle the American Beast around this track. And then we'll honour Bell's request. We'll jump to Skill and Millsy if they're still scrapping.
Skill's on his way to catching Barders. If you stay here long enough, you might see that Skill catch up to Barders. Skill's going to have to do 2 reverse grids in a row. He's going to start from the back twice in a row.
Yeah. So, Glenn, I don't know if you can ask any of the guys in the party chat. Did Millsy let Skill have that, or
As far as I can tell, I think Skill, yeah, he did a skillful move around the outside of Millsy towards the start of the lap.
And yes, viewers, pun was intended.
Yeah. I did hear Barders telling Skill that he doesn't want anything to do with the Camaro, so I think Barders is a bit spooked. Spooked that Skill's coming so quickly.
Yeah, and that is coming down at a rate of knots. It's already down to 2.5 seconds. So when this lap finishes, I'm going to put it onto spoiler cam of Barders' car. We'll stay with Barders, and we'll see an angry Skill coming up on him.
Sounds like good fun, Jason. I've seen a few of those on YouTube. The enduro kart races look pretty cool.
That would be good fun. But just make sure you're not in front of Albert, because he will punt you.
Getting a bit of a name for himself, young Albert.
Oh, it's all meant in jest. He's a very good driver. God, look at the speed that Skill is eating away at this gap. So it's already down to 1.1 seconds.
Skill is lapping at the moment. He's doing 151.3s.
Right, so
doing 154s.
yeah, 54.090 was his last lap. So yeah, 2.5 seconds a lap.
You're going to see an overtaking soon, guys.
That's significant. Yeah, Albert, the Spanish assassin. Yeah.
Are you driving one of those carts that has the kiddie cart and then the actual driver? You know, those two side by side driving carts?
I've taken my son on those years ago. It was good fun actually. Those two-seater carts.
Yeah.
So yeah, 151.7. Skill just did his last lap, and a 153.2 for Barders. So he's trying to wring this Camaro's neck at the moment.
See, Bartis is good at defending, so it's not going to make it easy.
No. Oh, Skill carried so much speed through there.
Around the outside. Good around the outside.
As he held it. Oh!
He closed the door on him.
All's fair in love and war. Oh!
He's got it done!
He has got it done.
He's got it done. Fantastic.
Go on, Bardis. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, what a save. What a save. Well done, mate.
Let's say something to Bartis, because he just mentioned something. We seen it, buddy, we seen it.
Right, so let's see where our gaps are now. John's found himself up in 6. Chat, Glenn, why aren't you keeping me up to date?
Sorry.
Drive through.
Gone.
Aussie Thunder with a drive through. Track limits.
Oh no.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
So yeah, John up to 6.
Bartis was just saying, who the hell's behind me? Oh, Albert. Where does he come from?
So yeah, Albert's closed him down pretty quickly as well. Right, let's we'll jump up to Barders again. We'll go on spoiler cam again. We'll give him all the camera time.
HSV's just made a move on Brian, and Brian's a bit annoyed about it by the looks of it.
So yeah, Wilco, what we're doing now is Notice is going to commentate or co-commentate on the GT3 races, and Glenn is going to be joining me for the GT4s. What we're going to try and do every now and again is have a guest commentator as well. So, apologies, that got a bit exciting for me. Watching the Spaniard try to avoid Barda's butt. But yeah, so GT3s will be Notice, GT4s will be Glenn, and then we'll have some guests. Might have Gallo in here. We've got the Kiwi Stig's brother might be joining us as well. So yeah, just to change it up a little bit and just to give people a breather from it, so they're not constantly utilised for their weekend. Here we go, Albert. So he's going to be up the inside. It's going to be up the inside for T1 or T2. Sorry. Oh no, Barders.
He's got a crossover. He's not
well, no, but I bet it made Albert chuckle to himself. So Barders isn't letting the positions go too easy. That's nice to see. He's I don't think he's enjoying that car, but he's stood by his guns, and he's realised that he's stuck with it for the rest of the season. Yeah, Bell.
Geordie's,
Yeah, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be there wouldn't be much input from Skill if we were to have him in on a
maybe if we put
stand-in
a few beers in
basis.
him, could put a
Yeah.
couple of beers in him, he might start talking.
So look at that overtake. Yes, it was good. Any
Geordie's,
insider news? No, not
well,
really.
Geordie's car is looking a bit dead, to be honest. Yeah, look at
Is it?
Geordie's car.
Let's
Yeah, it
have
looks
a
like it's got
look.
a flat nose on it.
Let's see how George says. Oh my dear lord. So Geordie has changed the M4 into an M1.
Bit of a parachute with the bonnet there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't taken off. It looks more like a front wing.
We reckon John can make it up on Barters in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
So, I would say so. So he's within a second now. So Barders is obviously struggling, but I bet he's having a giggle at the same time.
John's
Yes.
very quiet on there though.
So Joel thinks that Jodie's sandbagging for P1 for race 3.
100%. 100. He's gonna slow everyone up.
Right, let's watch
Yeah,
this.
poor Branch is gonna start from the back though.
Is John
But I
going to
guess
get the
that's the
run
point
on
of
him?
We should do a lap with Branch in a minute.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, that's great racing.
Ooh. I tell you what, considering he's so compromised from being in that car, he's doing a mighty job of having these scraps. Oh no!
Oh no!
John's trying to park it in by the marshals there.
He's reversing on track. Oh no!
Oh no, John! It was looking so nice and
Doing
smooth.
donuts, yeah.
Unlucky, John. That was a good scrap for a good couple of corners there. So where should we go now?
We should watch Branchy on the last lap.
Branchy on the last lap.
Oh no, he's made another mistake. Oh, John.
Skill was at Branchy. We missed it.
No, he has to.
Still a good effort though. You know, it's taken right up until the final lap for Branchy to lose that position. Good effort. Good effort.
Yeah, last to first challenge.
So Wilco's saying that's karma because he obviously feels that John's trying to cheat in running the BM.
He would be doing it either in the Beamer or the Audi, to be honest. He's pretty good in that Audi as well.
He is actually, yeah. No, he did become pretty comfortable in the Audi. But the Audi was what we deemed was the OP car originally, wasn't it? Because it was more user friendly.
It was super fast out of the box. You didn't have to do much setup change to go fast in it.
So Albert, he didn't really give him much choice in that. Well done, Branchy. So he does lose another position. However, he's still holding on to a podium position. Oh no, Albert's let him back.
That's
no,
good racecraft. That
good gentleman driver. So let's see if he can get it through the last one. Let's jump up. I'm going to have to jump forward to Skill. We've got to see the guys over the line. So here we go. Skill takes race 2. So he starts from the rear in race 3. Albert P2. Branchy P3. Good racing, gents. Good racing. Barda's in 4th. Well done, mate. HSV 5th. Millsy in 6th. Oh no, he dropped back. So it was Brian in 6th, Madderford in 7th, Millsy in 8th. Tabasco now crosses the line in 9th. John in 10th. Mayo in 11th. The old salty sea dog in 12th. And Aussie Thunder has used all of his guile to make sure he starts in pole for race 3.
Post that up in the Discord.
So yeah, it
You didn't
doesn't
have a good race,
doesn't look as if
HSV?
HSV has enjoyed that. 11th to 6th. No, good effort. Good effort. So let's see. No, well, strangely enough, Fresh, I think that the agreement was the stewards can only be called in race 1 and race 3. We might need to get clarification on that, but that's the way I'm sort of reading these triple headers.
Amateur hour. Well, it wasn't for much anything, HSV. This one was just qualifying for the next race. The next one is the important one, buddy.
So this is where the big points are. So as we said earlier, 60 points for first, 40 points for second. I can't remember how the rest of it goes, but you get the picture.
Points are points for everyone. We're giving everyone points tonight.
What do points mean? Prizes. Yeah, so no, dead right, Wilco. Yeah, the serious heads will come on for this race now. We are going to see a lot of the faster drivers having to make their way up through the pack within 20 minutes. So Aussie Thunder is going to try and make a mad dash for it, I feel, and see if he can hold on for as long as he can.
So yourself, Jason, and Bell both get 100 points, but Bell starts from the front and you start from the rear.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right, Bell. Accident avoidance, and this is where you see those that start further back that have got some decent racecraft. You'll see them making their way through. Those that have got a bit of raw pace and maybe not so much racecraft, they will make their way through the pack eventually, but they might come unstuck now and again. So let's see how this goes. I mean, this is the first time we've run with this kind of format, so it's going to be interesting. I will hazard a guess that it's going to be exciting. So let's see how the boys get on. So what I'll do is I'll try and center the cam on Javier now.
Well, that wasn't really fair because I got punted on the first lap, Jason. So, you wouldn't have got past me, mate. I wouldn't have let you get past me.
No, yeah, there was a bit of a controversial event involving Glenn on lap 1. Won't mention any names, but there are quite a lot in the field that do feel that Glenn was murdered somewhat.
I was murdered. Murdered. Very rarely happens to me. I'm normally the one doing the murdering.
Yes, Glenn is a specialist at iRacing murder. Then again, we've all seemed to have
Mate,
we all seem to have taken that mantle at some stage. My one, I wanted to unlap myself from P1 because I was being hunted down in a 3 hour at Long Beach, and P1 wouldn't let me past, so I ended up sending it, which also sent him.
I haven't murdered a P1, but that's a new one.
Yes, Wilco, yes, I do like your poetry, and yes, it did rhyme very well. Yeah, in the Porsche Cup actually, I remember watching that. Not reverse grid. What?
Oh, it isn't a reverse grid. So the starting positions are as they finished on race 2. I'm just
Oh,
looking at it now.
right,
I didn't
okay.
notice that. So only the
Sorry.
middle race is a reverse grid. And I remember Geordie talking about that because they didn't want to make sandbagging in the first race
Be
for the
able
second
to
race.
roll, yeah, be able to roll over into how the feature presentation plays out. Right, thanks for that, Fresh. Cheers, buddy. Obviously, I'm like a spare prick at a wedding. I'm not in
Read
the
the rules.
PlayStation chat, and I misinterpreted the way everything was typed up.
I do
Apologies.
I do like the idea of a reverse grid.
Yeah. So, who should we put it on then? So, skill 1, Albert was second. Who should I jump on board with for the start? Let's jump on board with young HSV actually. We'll watch him for the start.
I've got my eye on Brian because he seems to be doing pretty well on the race starts.
Yeah, he does seem to do well for the initial laps, and obviously he had that P5 in race 1. So he's going to want decent points here as well. Yeah,
But
dead
a
right, Belt. It depends on who fully sends it.
you got to shout out Fresh too because he's doing very well as a safety car. He's keeping these guys all in position and in line. It's been very well set up, all things considered,
Yeah,
especially the
no,
race starts.
it does seem to be working at the moment. Good to see. Different, obviously, you know, those that are concentrating on the GT3s for the, you know, that championship. It just gives them a taste of something a little bit different when they're racing in these GT4s and the different formats that we've got through the season. So there's only 2 of these triple header events in the GT4s.
Okay, safety car's off.
So
Right, will we get Albert turn one punt or turn 1 around the outside?
yeah, I'm just thinking I should have really jumped on with Branchy, I think, for the start. So Wilco's opened the betting on Albert killing Skill into T1 or T2 as it really is.
Skill hasn't got a good start by the looks of it.
Is he's holding the
Will he
inside
stick it
line
in?
though? Oh
Oh no! He's
no! No!
oh, launched it. I told you, Brian. He's just too good on the race starts.
No. So we've got two of our usual front runners are right at the back. Brian finds himself up into second. HSV's having a look around the outside. He's got the Pink Panther of Millsy right in his toe. Followed by Madderford. Followed by John.
John's blaming Brian for the lap 1 accident, turn 1 accident.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll wait till the end of this lap and maybe we should have a quick look in the replay. Or if you want to have a look in the replay, Glenn, tell me if they look like anything contentious and then maybe I'll go and find it.
Okay.
So, Albert's making a run for it. He's taking Brian with him. It's quite close at the moment throughout the pack.
Oh, I think Skill was tapped at the rear, you know.
Interesting. So where is everybody at the moment? So Barders is right at the tail end. He was getting spun
He
all...
was too. Barter's hit Skill and then that hit.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go back and see what happened to Barter's. Okay, so Brian hit Blanchy, then Blanchy hit Barters who hit Skill, and then that's what happened. So it's
Right,
Brian
so
who
it
did
was all sorts then.
that. Yeah, it was a bit.
Madderford was having a look at John there.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shame.
So is it worth going in the replay, or are you happy that...
Yeah, look, you can have a look at it, but yeah, it wasn't like intentional from Brian. He got up beside and then Branchy didn't really. He braked a bit too late and then hit Barters who hit Skill and then
Right, okay.
they pinballed everywhere.
Oh, look at this. So Skill wants to find himself back at the front. He's already having a tussle with Geordie. He's past Geordie. So Skill is going to be scampering like a scolded cat, trying to make his way back up towards the front. So what have we got here? So we're just about to finish lap 2. So let's have a look. We've got Albert out front at the end of lap 2. Brian is still holding on to P2 just now with HSV alongside. God, that Porsche looks tiny in comparison to the Mercedes, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does.
So
Definitely.
what's... Oh, Brian! So Brian has just collected HSV. HSV rejoins just behind John.
Oh no.
Oh dear me. So yes,
Oh yeah, Brian's apologised to HSV, but obviously HSV is not in the chat.
yeah. So I would expect myself, Fresh, and John to be asked to have words after the weekend. Madderford on HSV. Is he going to get it done? He's put himself on the outside here. No, well done. He compromised himself there. He put himself off track to make sure that he didn't collect HSV. Good driving. Yeah, no, it's a good job by quite a few of the drivers there to avoid being caught up in that. Skill was one. He just on corner exit managed to flick the car left to avoid Brian's rejoin. But yeah, this it's kept this race interesting. There's some good scraps going on. Although Albert is making that run at the front that John had in race 1. So Skill has got it done on Millsy. I should have been focusing more on Skill actually, because we knew he was going to be driving a bit hot under the collar. Brian.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, so he's
pushing real hard. I think a bit too hard at the moment.
Yeah. We know Millsy can race very close for consecutive laps, so he might well feel that he was elbowed out of that one.
HSV's in P3, so they're all going play, and he should hold that position.
Yeah, Madaford's dropped off a little bit, so I wonder if the Macca, you know, is nice for the first couple of laps and then just sort of goes off maybe. Maybe it doesn't look after the tyres, maybe it doesn't cope well with the weight transfer as the fuel goes down, I don't know.
Well, Bell says he's got the AC on, so
he's feeling a bit hot today.
Yeah, he's going to go a bit faster this time.
So yeah, he's within a second of Madaford now. Madaford is only a second back from HSV, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Skill could find himself up in the podium positions by the end.
I've just seen Albert do a 151.6, and then John did a 150. No, a 150.6, and then John did a 150.7. So Albert really wants to win this race.
Yeah, Skill just overcooked through the chicane there. So yeah, that gap's at 6.2 seconds. Yeah, Albert, as you say, he's got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? 150.6. What did you say earlier? Was it John's race PB was a 150.5?
151.5, yeah. So they're ripping at the moment.
So yeah, Albert's not far off of PB race laps. Good effort.
Jason says Brian's tinfoil hat is covering his eyes. I agree with you there, Jason.
He's got his
conspiracy theory going on now.
He's got his racing blinkers on in the form of a tinfoil hat.
He's holding up Millsy there. I think Millsy wants to get past him.
So we've got John in second. He has closed that gap, but I think that's more to do with Albert actually dropped a bit of time in that lap. HSV is 4.3 seconds back from John. The gap to Madaford is still sitting at roughly the same sort of point. It's at about 1.2 seconds. So Madaford in fourth. Skill is in fifth. And he's dropped a little bit to Madaford on that lap. Brian has dropped off the back of these pair. He's back in sixth. Still a decent position to be in, but he could be finding himself in the steward's room, I believe. So Millsy in seventh. Jody sat in 8th at the halfway point. Tabasco is trying to have a ding-dong with Jody. Branchy, unfortunately, after the lap 1 incidents, he finds himself in 10th at present. He's got Mayo and Bardas not far behind him. And unfortunately, Aussie Thunder sees himself out the back at the moment.
It's very quiet on the chat at the moment. It was all talk in the last race, but it's not in this race.
Yeah. No, dead right, Wilco. No, we've tried to, keep the BS down as much as we can in the league. There's a lot of banter. We tried to be all inclusive, regardless of, the level that you're racing at. It's turned out to be a really good thing. And it's made even better by the fact that we've got such a close relationship between the two leagues as well. And without that, the Beyond Blue Night, I don't think would have been as big a success. Without that chemistry between the two groups. So
Skill's about to take
Skill's
Matterford.
got a run on Matterford. We'll jump up there. So actually, let's jump on board with Skill. We haven't had it on board with Skill today. One thing I have noticed about, spending time, in cockpit view with Skill is he's very smooth with his inputs. It does seem very smooth and precise. Doesn't seem to have to fight with the car.
He's using all the track.
Yeah, his driving style reminds me of a bit of Notice's. Notice's gear changes and his inputs are so smooth, so quick.
I kind of like to just hammer everything, go as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
Fully send it.
Fuel save? What do you mean fuel save? I don't want fuel save.
Map 3, what?
I just want to go fast, man.
Every lap's a quali lap. Right, so yeah, it is
So,
this
Bell,
battle is quite close.
Does Skill let you use the sim rig, Bell, or what? We're going to see some YouTube videos coming out from you soon? Yeah, sort of like Dave Cam, Mrs. Dave Cam.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. Skill's just through.
Oh, yes, too.
I don't know if Matterford just wants to consolidate, doesn't want
no,
to find
Matterford made a
himself.
mistake. Yeah, no, he got a bit loose through the turny bits.
Right, okay. So October, breast cancer awareness. Yeah, no, that would. Why not? Why don't we organise another charity event? I think it's it's always been a success. So why not? Let's get that penciled in.
Thanks, Fresh, for all your hard work tonight, mate. We appreciate it.
Very much so. What's happened there? Connection failure.
No. I've been disconnected. I think they've all
Oh,
been
it looks
disconnected.
it looks like we've had
a. So that's going to be save that replay because that's going to be the finishing.
Right, so the server just died. Apologies. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there, so I don't know what they're gonna decide
do you want me
to
to
do.
tell them anything?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what are we going to do? Is that going to be it for the night on the server crash, or are they going to? How far were we in? If we were 3/4 of the way in, I would say that we call it on
You double check that.
the completion of the last lap.
Oh yeah, we're six and a half minutes left.
Yeah,
Crash.
Wilco saying Geordie pulled the plug.
He tripped over trying to go to the loo.
With Brian. Brian's having a go into the last corner. No, that's a shame. He's run outside.
What the hell? No
So
way.
do I want to bring over Albert, John, and HSV? Maybe
What? Just, I mean, what we
to have a chat or something. Let me go talk to them. I'll be back.
Yeah. Let us know what's going on. I'm just running season 2 highlights at the moment.
Sorry, Barders. I wasn't in your car. Sorry, mate.
So there was 5 minutes left. So yeah, it was 3/4 gone. I think we might have to call that race on the last completed lap. I mean, it's the same as any decision we make like that. I mean, it'll be unpopular in some people's eyes, and it will seem like the fairest thing to others. Yeah, I don't think he was going to be too far behind you, HSV. Although he did have a couple of moments himself. He found himself in the kitty litter. So, yeah, I don't know. Yes, Wilco. No, it'd be good to see you out there, mate. Good to see you out there. Our race at Spa. I know you do well there.
The guys are going to jump in the chat. Everyone's going to jump into the chat, so it might be a bit loud for a bit.
Right, just as long as
it comes over.
So what are we doing? As it was 3/4 gone, are we going to call the result of the last the last fully completed lap? Right, no, that sounds like the fairest thing to do.
John P2 and HSV P3.
Right, okay. No, that makes sense. I think that's probably the fairest thing to do. Yeah, take it easy, Wilco. Nice to see you again, Burra.
Yep, see you, Burra. See you, Wilco.
Unlucky Barders. Lovely recovery from race 1, mate. He takes the win.
So, let's see what we're doing. Let's
HSV crosses the line now.
That's a shame to see. We haven't had a server crash for quite a while, so.
Nice one, mate.
I don't ever remember it ever happening. We've had other issues, but not that one.
Yeah.
I did hear John saying something about
he felt it was stuttering
to begin the first race.
Yeah, but he was the only one.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I just lagged.
Was that when you were on my roof?
It's one way to get past Geordie.
Yeah.
Launch it over the sausage stock.
You got to predict the race. 3 car lengths too early.
I had 3 cars in front of me. I couldn't splash up the back of it. But I do have a nickname for a reason.
Oh no, John!
I'm now the one who came in this chicane.
It's just coming to the end of the season 2 highlights now, so I'll just chuck up the banner and then yeah, I suppose we'll talk to the boys. Or actually, I mean, are we worth just closing the stream down now? We just have a general chat about how it's going to work out, or
Our race winner was Skill.
Oh, I heard what you said. That's exactly right.
Albert and HSV.
cool. Right, so
Results at the end of the previous lap when you cross the line.
yeah, no worries. So do we want the podiums in from race 1 and race 3 then, if that's the way we're ratifying it?
Well, I think we've got them anyway.
We
So
got
we've
them all in?
John, we've got John, Albert, Skill, and then we've got Albert, John, and then I think who was HSV. But I don't think HSV's here, so we could message him in the chat if we wanted to.
Barders,
If you wanted to join.
well done.
Yeah, because he was third in race 1, wasn't he?
No, he was third in race
Third
3.
in race 3. Right, okay. Apologies.
Skill was third in race 1.
Right, so yeah, we
So
might
Skill,
as
that
well
was
get
that,
the
Jimmy.
yeah, we might as well get the quick interview out of the way first then. So Skill, race 1.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Cool, I like it.
Couldn't get away
We
from
have
Albert.
4
Albert
words
was
from
so
you.
fun. Hey,
Can we have 5 words from you, please, Skill?
had a good race with Albert.
Yeah, no, that was a good scrap
was
actually.
6.
How
Yeah,
many words?
it seems to be a theme lately. Can't get away from each other.
Very equally paced.
Yeah, it's good fun.
No, good stuff. Apologies, I should have taken screenshots, but so who was P2 from
Well, Albert
race
finished
1?
P2 in race 1.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
that was me.
So yeah, take us through race 1 then, mate. How was it?
It was pretty good. Yeah, like Skill says. Good fight with John at the beginning. I think I was pushing too hard because he's really fast here in Imola, and yeah, then he got away, and then it was between Skill and me, and yeah, good fun with him.
Yeah, no, you do seem to have some good ding-dongs of late, you and Skill. Now, well done on that one.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then we'll go to the race winner from race 1. Take us through how it happened in your eyes.
Yeah, just couldn't have done it without the boys. Yeah, the boys. Yeah. No, she was pretty chill, eh? Just had to keep Albert behind me at the start of the race, and I kind of gathered I had a bit of pace on everyone around there. But
Saying your fastest lap time was a 50.5 in the first race, which is just crazy.
yeah, that was after a couple of laps. I just done that to stuff with Albert's head. Sorry about the language.
No, that was well done actually. So yeah, that's another win under your belt, John.
Yeah, I love me GT4s, mate. Love them. And
No.
spewing about what happened. Me and Barders banged doors a bit in race 2, and I ended up at the rear of the grid, so I made, well, not the rear, but made race 2 a bit harder for myself than I should have.
Yeah, no,
Race 3, I mean.
a good battle in race 2 actually. That was it was entertaining to watch. I know there was a little bit of frustration out there for some of the drivers on the grid, but no, well done, mate. So
Cheers.
P3 on race 3 was HSV, wasn't it? But
HSV's
he's
not here at the
not
moment.
here. So P2.
I'll
Back to John.
speak for I'll speak for HSV. There was 2 other boys out there, Millsy and Aussie, in the Mercedes, and they were struggling big time in all of the practicing and really had no idea of pace. But myself in the Mercedes, very, very calmer, like right into it. I knew how to drive it.
So very confident there. Very confident there, HSV. Well done on
Yeah,
your.
well done, HSV. We appreciate that
Well done,
detailed
mate.
race.
Well done, young fella.
Well done for your third in race 2. So P2 of race 3. Let's get some words on how that went for you. It was quite eventful in the first few laps.
I was quite glad that Barters caused it. Whatever happened to Barters, that was real good because I was not looking forward to getting past him. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, he's a hard man to pass. But nah, they're real upsetting what happened to Skill and Barters and whoever else at the start. That wasn't good, but it allowed
Yeah.
me to get up into fourth or fifth pretty quickly, and then I just had to pass the other boys, and which it let Albert run away a bit. But yeah, I was
You were
catching him.
catching him. Yeah.
It would have been close near the end as long as I didn't stuff up. But yeah, who knows what could have been.
Yeah, no, well done. Well, that's a win and a second on the same weekend. Well done, mate. That should
Yeah, great racing.
make the table pretty
That'll give
dicey.
Albert the win for the weekend, but I'm pretty sure a second and a first in the last one.
Yeah.
So well done, Albert. Good racing. Good
Yeah.
race,
So,
mate.
Thanks, Sean, mate.
how was race 3 for you? Taking the win, race 3.
Well, it was at the end it was easy, right? Because I was expecting John to catch up to me, and he was doing it. He was doing it quite quickly, like I don't know, half a second. I was trying not to push too hard, but then yeah, I don't know what happened at the start with skill. Suddenly I saw Brian second, and you can imagine how happy that made me, right?
Yeah.
I was just yeah.
I detect a bit of sarcasm there.
Well, no, I think if you're leading the race, you know, carrying the sort of pace that Albert's capable of, if you see P2 as Brian, you feel that you're going to have a nice gap.
Yeah, no, but because I say because Brian is quick and lately he's getting quicker, but
He
at the
is.
same time he doesn't like to get overtaken. So I just knew I had to just have a normal pace, my normal pace, and that's it. Run away with it. It was a shame what happened at the end because John was gonna get right behind me. I don't know if he was gonna overtake or not because I don't think I'm easy to overtake either. But yeah, good fun, good fun.
No, it was. No, but Albert, you actually chucked in a 50.6 in that final race. So
Yeah,
you
I
did
made
have
some good laps.
you did
Yeah.
have some pretty blistering laps.
Yeah, but also in some corners I was sometimes like running wide and losing a bit of time. So it was like really quick lap times, but then some like 8/10 of the pace. So yeah, I don't know.
So just the consistency stuttered a little bit at times then. Right, so that's it. That's the end of our GT4 weekend. That's the first of our triple headers. We do have another triple header, and that is. Let me just quickly find it before we shut the stream down. Our other triple header will be on the 26th of September at Barcelona. So Albert's home track. So I expect that one to be a doozy. Thanks ever so much, everyone that tuned in. If you do enjoy watching our Phoenix Boys racing, like, subscribe. Let's get a few more viewers in here. Thanks ever so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week for the GT3s.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Cheers for the stream.